Welcome back to Craps University, your go-to resource for mastering the game, the math, and the mindset of craps. Today, we're going to talk about it's very easy strategy. It's called Regression After One Hit. And it's very easy. So let's kind of walk through this. Since this is a $25 table, the minimum bet that we want to start with is 78 bucks. So 75 and we'll get some change, right? So the goal here is you want to put that $78 on the 6 or the 8. And we know $78 is divisible by 6 to play one of these two numbers. So it's very easy. That win, if we hit that, that will pay us $91. Then we want to regress down to $30. If you hit the 8 at $30, that's when we start spreading out to the 6, 5, or 9, depending on what you want to do. So it's very easy. We start with a single bet, and our single bet is 8. And I guess we can go through some throws and just see how this kind of operates. So if you hit and you pay 91 and you regress to 30, that means you're going to lock in a profit of $61. So let's look at that. If we get paid 91, and then we regress down to okay. So that's 91 minus 30. That's 61 bucks right there, which is all profit. That pays for that bet because we've regressed this down. Okay, very straightforward, very easy. I guess now is the time where you want to see that in action. So I'm using my standard bankroll, and I've got some chips behind. That's just because it's easier for me to grab. And I guess you want to see this in action. So since we're still on that 8, if we hit that, we know that pays 35. Okay? And at that time, we can go to the 6 and maybe bring in the 9 from our bankroll. And just kind of getting a little organized here. Okay. So the bankroll's set at 2,500, and then you start spreading out. If we hit again, we're with casino money, take that 5. And it's pretty easy. Then instead of playing like 110 inside to begin with, that seems to be a little bit more risk. We wait for this big hit. We regress down. We have money in our bank, and I feel like this is very interesting. I've got to see it work, in real action. So let's do this. Let's do some rolls, okay? We're not going to play the pass line. Somebody else is throwing, and here we go. They're coming out. So 6. So that means I want to put $78. I kind of reset my bank while we were talking. $78. We can just bank this. And we are on the 6. And 5. No field 5. 7 out. All right. That's a goner. And we're off. So we're going to try it again. And 3 craps. 3 doesn't impact us at all. We've got a 9. Center field 9. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take an 8. And we want some change. Looking for an 8. 5. No field 5. 6. Easy 6. 2 craps. 3 craps. 2 craps. Look at that. Aces. Looking for an 8. Okay, that's 3 aces in this roll. And if you're a horn player, you're loving it. All right, we're looking for an 8. 9, winner. All right. Our 8 is off. We're coming out. And 9 again. 9 to point. And 6 the hard way. 5. No field 5. 5. No field 5. Repeater. Yo. 5. 10. Hard 10. Puppy paws. 8. There it is. All right. So we know that $78 is going to pay 91. Then we take that, we regress down, and we are actually looking for a second 8. And we have made our investment back of that $78. And I think, well, maybe 25 short. 5. No field. 7 out. All right. All right, one more time. Off, looking for a point. And the point is 9 again. That's 3 9 points in a row. We are going to take, and we are going to do $78 on the 8 again. 3 craps, acey deucey. 7 out. All right. That's not as satisfying. Let's do it one more time. $12 craps midnight. 5. All right, we got something different than a 9. And we're still looking for that 78 to make 91. We'll place that on the 8. And let's go. 4, the easy way. 5. That is a winner for people playing the pass line. We're off. Coming out. And that's a 6. All right. 6, winner. All right. 8 is off again. And that's a 5. Point is 5. Looking for that 8. And point hit again. And if we hit one more point, people playing the fire bet would get 25 to 1. Coming out. 12 craps midnight. 6. Actually, you wouldn't, because we hit this point for the fire bet. We hit 5 twice. So we're on 6. Money's working now. And 2 craps aces. 8. There it is. Okay. We are going to hit that. We're going to get paid $91. We're going to regress down. And if we're able to hit that 8 again, we'll spread 4, the easy way. 8. All right. So 30 pays 35. And for me, we're going to go to that 6. We're not playing the pass line, so we're good there. Yo, 11. 10, the easy way. 6. All right, that's a point, but we also get paid. And with that, we are going to place that 9. And the bets are off. Looking for a point. Yo, pay the line. 8, the hard way. All right, that's on. We don't have pass line, so we're going to leave that there. And let's see what we got going on now. All right, yo, 11. Two craps, aces. So I've rolled aces quite a few times today. And there's a 9. Center field 9, Neener 9. and 25 pays 35. We're gonna spread out on the 5, and let's see what we got going on here. 5, winner. All right, and with that, I am going to buy the 10, and I'm going to buy a 4, actually, not a 10. And we are looking for, that's a 3 craps, Acey Deucey. Eight, winner. All right, so I'm going to take that 8. That was point, and I'm going to press that 8 up to 70. Bank that. And we're coming out, all the bets are off, and we're looking at a 5. All right. 12 craps midnight. 9, the neener. All right. We're going to buy a 10 now. So that's the VIG. We know that's a buy. So we've got all the box numbers now. We've got the 8 pressed to 60. Technically, we're looking for an 8. And 3 craps Acey Deucey. And 7 out. That's too bad. Because things were just starting to happen for us. So we could have taken all this down because we were doing well. And that's the thing. You need to make decisions along the way, because we started off with that $78 bet. We probably paid it off. That's 175, 90. We had 190 out there, and let's do this. So the dealer takes that. Here we go. We've got 75. We color that red up, and that strategy on that roll, all rolls, that last one was the good roll, and we're up 39 bucks. Okay? If we would have said, hey, now that I've spread out, maybe I just take everything down. If you would have taken those buy bets back down, you would have gotten your VIGs back too. Not a big deal, but we could have been up over 200 with that strategy just from that last roll. We made back any money we lost on that roll. So I think that this is a pretty successful strategy. You do have to wait for that first hit on that 8. But once you hit, you regress down to 30, and you're starting to work on your bankroll. Once you hit a second time, you start spreading, so on and so forth. So I kind of like that. It's really not bad. So since the table, that last roll seemed like a very hot roll, you know, that is something that you'll have to judge on your own. If you're on a hot table with multiple hot shooters, you probably want to keep going like I was. But if it was cold after cold after cold and you got to that situation, just make a decision and take it down. I would rather have that almost $200 we had spread across, put it in the bankroll, and try again and try again. So the goal here is to get you playing craps, to give you longevity at the table so you can wait out the bad rolls to a hot, and then you can get on a hot roll. But even when you're on a hot roll, you might pull everything down and start over, or you might just do the 6 and 8. It's up to you what you really want to do, but the goal is bankroll management, taking in profit when you can. I know pressing is fun, but it's going to end eventually because that's 7. So you got to protect yourself and the bankroll, so you can continue playing craps and be very educated about it. So what do you think? It's simple, it's smart, efficient. Tell me what you think in the comments. If you like the content that you see, subscribe. If you want to get notified, hit the notification bell and the new content will notify you. This is Craps University, where we just don't play craps, we try to master it. And really, I can teach you things and show you, but you still have to make decisions at the rail. Thanks for watching.